Hello FlossTube, my name is Sarah, I'm from Memphis, and this is my channel about cross stitch. Today's Thursday, April the 22nd, and this is FlossTube number 3 for me. So if you're new, it's nice to meet y'all, and if you're not new, well, it's nice to see y'all. I hope everything's been going well for everyone. My intention was to film this yesterday, but we had a little bit of drama. When my son and I got home in the afternoon, we were locked out of the house. And not locked out because we didn't have a key or something of that nature. The lock, a mechanism within the lock on our iron security door was broken. So after a lot of help from my daughter's wonderful fiance, we managed to get in a window and get inside, which was fortunate because we didn't have a lot of options. But that's neither here nor there. I'm here today, hello, and I actually am getting this done before I start my 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. So yes, let's go. A little bit of a life update. What's been going on around here? I am this close to having my family fully vaccinated, so we're celebrating that. My son gets his second vaccine tomorrow afternoon after school, so wanted to wait till the weekend just in case he didn't feel very well after that vaccine. So we're this close, so we're super excited about that. We've just been busy with the normal school work stuff. My husband and I have been watching, we've binged The White Queen, The White Princess, and The Spanish Princess, so we're on to something new next soon. They were great. Actually, The White Queen was really, really good. I didn't like The White Princess as much. I like The Spanish Princess more than The White Princess, but they're all really good. And, you know, of course, you watch them in order, and they're super enjoyable that way. They're on Stars if anybody's interested in those. They're based off of, well, of course, they're based off of history, but they're also based off some books that an author named Philippa Gregory. She's good. She writes a lot of historical, romancy, not your typical, I don't want to say typical, maybe not what you're thinking of when you think of historical romance. There's probably a different genre for her because she doesn't really necessarily fit in that exactly. But anyway, tangent. That was great. They were good. They were good. So we're going to be on to the next thing soon. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, well, let's just jump right into it. I had some finishes because it's been about 3 weeks since I've seen y'all. So I did get finished on a few things. This first one I got finished on. This is Joy to the World by Twin Peak Primitives. This was a WIPGO for me in March, and I managed to finish it up. So there we go. I think it turned out really well. This is using the called for DMC. I changed one color in there. Or see that kind of an orangey glow in the windows. There was a really pretty DMC, and I don't remember the number of it right now, but I did change that. And this fabric is either a 28 or 32 count. Something I got from 123 Stitch, and it's called Babbling Brook. But what I'm thinking about is, you can kind of see the size of it. Thinking about getting it made into a pillow. Like I said, I don't have a sewing machine and I don't have any sewing skills yet, but I'm thinking about reaching out to Keepsakes and sending this and another one up there to be made into kind of a larger size. You know, this is a cute little pillow for a chair around Christmas time. Anyway, yeah. Twin Peak Primitives. This was a free offering from them around the holiday season. They just randomly had a post, not randomly, I'm sure to them, but randomly to me coming across it. There was a post on Instagram. I wasn't looking for this in particular. And they just asked if anybody was interested in stitching it, and they sent me an email with the PDF. So that was cool. Freebie. Nice. Love it. Twin Peak Primitives. All right. My second finish was kind of, gosh, this was just last weekend. So there's an Instagram, Flawed Sir. It's great. Posts all kinds of cool stuff. But the thing is that last weekend was the 10th anniversary for Game of Thrones. I loved Game of Thrones when it was on. Like every Sunday night, my husband and I, we were watching that show without fail. So it was like the 10th anniversary, season 1, episode 1. Whew, that was a big one. And so it was the Iron anniversary. So FlossTubers said, let's do Game of Thrones stitch along, like stitch along, binge watch. So it is GOT10 Sal is the hashtag. And this is what I did. I worked on. Yeah. I like it. So what I was going for, there's really some amazing Game of Thrones patterns out there that are available. You know, maps and, you know, house sigils and just really, really nice stuff. But I was kind of looking for something kind of more subtle, low-key that I could just display during the winter, and it'd be like, I mean, yeah, if you knew what Game of Thrones was and you came into my house, you would be like, oh, that's good. But, you know, if you didn't, you didn't. And I just think that's kind of funny because, you know, there's really absolutely nothing subtle about Game of Thrones. But this is my Winter is Coming, and it was, I found this on Etsy. HeirloomxFactory, I think, was the designer, or Factory. I'll make sure to link it in the description box below. But yeah, that's what I stitched it on, a 32 count opalescent, just a white. The shimmers really make a difference on this one. It makes it look really, really pretty. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. I'll probably just, I don't know if I'll put like, get a little oval frame. That might be pretty. Something just to put in my cabinet in the winter. Winter is coming. Yeah, nice. So those were my 2 finishes for the last few weeks. Let's see, the next thing I want to talk about, sorry, I'm looking down a lot today. I feel out of practice. I'm a little bit behind, you know, because I was going to really try to do this every 2 weeks, and then I think I'm at the 3-week mark now, so I really need to stick to the 2-week because I feel a little awkward and weird. So, stitch alongs. I am doing 3 stitch alongs right now. I don't think I'm going to do that many stitch alongs in the future because there's so much stuff I want to stitch, and it is it's a commitment, especially if you're going to keep up with it. And I really have been trying to keep up with them because I feel like I won't get them done if I don't, because they're pretty big. So the 3 stitch alongs I'm doing are the Dark Queen of the Sea by Autumn Lane Stitchery. That's a piece of that pattern comes out every month. I'm doing the Stitching Book Club stitch alongs. I'm doing Sense and Sensibility, and then there are a few more that are coming out this year. We'll be doing Little Women next, and then The Great Gatsby, and then near the end of the year, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And then the third one that I'm doing is from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Christmas Wreath Club, which so far this month, that's the only one that I've made any progress on whatsoever. And the next clue actually just came out on Friday. I don't have that printed out to show you, but I won't be working onto that probably until right before the next clue comes out again. So far this month, though, that's the only one I have worked on. I haven't picked up my Dark Queen yet, and I haven't finished the last part of Sense and Sensibility yet. So today what I'll be showing you is my Christmas Wreath Club progress. There you go. Those of you that haven't seen this before, this is gonna, when we're done, this is gonna be a wreath, like all the way around. And they're gonna give us finishing instructions how to turn this into a big pillow. That's nice. But the part that I finished for this last time actually starts at like the top of Santa's head and goes to the star. So it included the present and the bubble lamp and the star and the little bulbs. I got off on this one a stitch or 2 in the general area of this spot, and I just fudged it and went with it. If I need to add something to make something match around this area next time, I will. I think it was an okay place to screw up because I don't think it's going to be a problem, as I think all my issues were like in this general block right here. And I don't know, you probably, somebody might be able to tell, but the general population's not going to be able to tell. Anyway, oh, sorry. This one is stitched on, it's kit fabric, so it's 28 count Heartland by Picture This Plus, and it's using the called for DMC. All right, so since I don't have any more Sals to talk about, let's just jump right into WIPGO. WIPGO. So WIPGO for me this month was, okay, back it up. WIPGO. WIPGO is the brainchild of Jessie Marie, of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Super great idea. You have a bingo board. Basically, this is really just breaking it down as simple as possible. You have a bingo board. You plug in your projects that you want to make some progress on during the year. You set goals for those projects every month. Jessie Marie, she calls numbers, and those are the projects that you focus on for the month for your WIPGO. Some people want to get all of their stitching done for that number in that month, and some people say, oh, you know, I've got the whole year to get that done. I generally would like to get all of that stitching done in 1 month. Didn't really happen last month and this month. Well, it did with the Joy to the World, but not with my unicorn tapestry. My unicorn tapestry, which is my second project I started, actually is both numbers for April. So that's the only WIPGO I have to work on this month. So I did do some work on it. This is what it looks like. All right. So I did do some work on it over WIPGO weekend. I got some time in on it and made some decent progress. So, oh yeah, that's right. This one is about see-through. Okay, let's see if that's a little bit better. All right, so this is Unicorn Tapestry by Tiny Modernist. It is on either a 28 or a 30, okay, let's see, 28 count. It's a Zweigart linen. It's in a Riviera Aqua. Isn't it a pretty blue? So when I started last month, I had this top left quadrant completed. So I have done everything basically from Mr. Fox over, and did I do that tree? I can't remember if I did this tree or not. But yeah, basically I've done this so far in the last few weeks. And this is actually going to be a huge focus of mine for this 24 hours of cross stitch weekend that's coming up this weekend that I'm going to be participating in as much as I can. So, but yeah, look, yes, that's a crane. It's a crane. Yeah, because the pelican has a bigger pouch right there. But yeah, crane, that was fun to stitch. Anyway, I am enjoying this. I did enjoy this more this last time when I picked it up than I did in the past. I don't know if that's just because I've gotten some more stitching under my belt, and so it wasn't as much of a struggle as it was when I first started out over here. Because this is admittedly the second piece I started. It sparked my interest in cross stitch, but it's the second piece I started stitching. So, you know, pretty ambitious piece, and I just didn't have as much struggle this time over here working on this. So anyway, yeah, that's where we are, Unicorn Tapestry. Unicorn Tapestry is going to get some love this weekend. The next thing that I'm going to pull out is my Patrick and Molly O'Gobble from AuryTM. Isn't he handsome? He's looking very sharp today. I did a post on him earlier on Instagram because I just finished him up this morning. Yes, so Patrick, this is what we'll look like when we're done here. Patrick and Molly O'Gobble from AuryTM. I, along with Down Allison Road, Jessica from Instagram, we started a stitch along, hashtag Gobble Couple Sal. So if you are stitching any Gobble Couple, starting, stitching, share your progress, we would love to see it. It's really fun. Even the designer AuryTM has joined us in the Sal because she's working on several new Gobble Couples, and she might be getting us a sneak peek, so that's exciting. But yes, that's where I am. Patrick, he's done. And I stitched Patrick on 32 count Rusty Mountain by XJude Designs. I love this linen. This is great. If you have the opportunity to pick some up, highly, highly recommend. The colors are beautiful, and it's really, really nice to stitch on. There he is. The next project I've been working on has been for the Stitch Asia hashtag. It's Autumn Dream by Cottage Garden Samplings. The designer of this is Vinnie PS10. And Abi BellaStitch, the FlossTuber and person on Instagram that started the Stitch Asia hashtag, let me know that Vinny is from Malaysia. Last time I didn't know when I was talking about her if she was from, you know, where she was from. Just that she was Asian. That's all we knew. So, but she is from Malaysia. So thanks, Abby, for sharing that information. That's really nice of you to reach out and do that. I love this pattern. But I haven't made much progress on it. It's a hard one for me, y'all. I told you 36 count and but I did work some more on it, and I mean the colors are really good. You know, it's just leaves and the sticks right now, so you know it's not super exciting, but maybe I'll work on this more in the next couple days, a little bit at a time. But now we're doing Stitch Asia all year, so I'm good. No rush, right? It's been fun though. On the 8th, which on the 8th day of the month, I work on my birthday stitch. So my birthday stitch is the Nutcracker by AuryTM. Oh, I still love this one. Every time I look at this, I'm just like, see something new. Like, look at this tree with the presents down here. How cool is that? I can't wait to get to that. I'm not anywhere near that, but that's going to be fun to stitch. I did make some good progress though. Here we go. Here we are. So last time I believe I was finishing up ballerina, and this time I had a page finish on this. That's what I did. I had a page finish on this and page 1 and then a little bit more. So like I finished up here, and I finished these, and I started this and this, and pretty, huh? Yeah, I like this one. This one's gonna be a good one. I enjoy stitching on this one every month. And I think December, January, February, March, April. So that's 5 days I've spent on this, and I got a page finish out of it. So I would like to finish it by my birthday. Oh, so that means I'm gonna have to pick it up a little bit and stitch on it more than 1 day a month. But yeah, like it. It's pretty. All right, what else do we have? Oh, okay. This brings me to a whole little thing I want to talk about. Overdyed threads. I was looking for something springy and fun to start, and just kind of, you know, not a huge project. I'm really drawn to huge projects, so I tend to pick those more often than not. But I just wanted something springy. So I found this pattern, the Floral Fairy by the Stitchy Princess. And she's on Etsy. And she has a lot of wonderful patterns. This is not the only one that I have, and not the only one that I'm stitching of hers. But when I got this, I thought, well, you know, I was thinking about some floss I had from Fiberlicious. It was called the Jungle Cruise, and it has the green, but it also has a really bright blue. And I thought this might be really fun to just try and see how that looks, you know, with the overdyed or the variegated threads. That's what I'm going for, variegated threads. So I learned from my LNS, God bless them, because those ladies are amazing. My LNS is Stitchers Inc. in Memphis, and they've been doing this a very long time. And last summer, a newbie here comes prancing in the shop without a clue. And honestly, I was really nervous to go in there. Like, I had already ordered my stuff for Unicorn Tapestry, and I was waiting on it to come. And I thought, well, you know, I saw something on FlossTube about someone talking about an LNS, and I'm like, I wonder if we have one in Memphis. And I went in there, and they were so nice to me, which, okay, that just totally threw me off track. I forgot to talk about something on one of my projects, but they were the nicest ladies, and they have taught me a lot, and I have a lot of questions, and they always are just so willing to help, and they have great ideas. So hold that thought, because on this one, on my Joy to the World finish, Billy that works at Stitchers Inc., when I was kitting it up there in the store, she was like, you know, you could try some petite treasure braid, and you could put it on the snow, and you can make the snow glisten. And oh gosh, I don't think it's gonna, you see the snow glistening at all? Well, I took Billy's advice, like, see, oh, maybe on that roof you can see it a little bit. And I tried it, and it really gives something extra to this in person. I know it doesn't on camera, but in person, it really, good job, Billy. Thank you. It was a fabulous idea. So what I'm saying is, they've taught me a lot of things. And one of the things that they taught me was how to make the most of the variegation on your over dyed threads. So I usually stitch on linen that calls for 2 threads. So not 1, but 2. And that gives good coverage, but it presents its own sort of unique challenge when it comes to, you know, showing the variegation in the threads off to the best potential. And the way that you do, and I like to loop start, okay? And loop start is not the way to go when, let's see, I don't want to discourage somebody from doing loop start on it if they wanted to, but it doesn't optimize the variegation of your thread if you're folding it over on itself. So the way to show off the variegation of your thread the best, if you want to use, if you're using 2 threads, is to actually have to pull your 2 threads and to cut them to length and to do individual X's at a time. No looping, and no, you know, do one leg and come back and do the other leg. I mean, you'll still get the variegation, but it won't be as pronounced. And I'm going to show you an example of this, okay? This is Floral Fairy. Okay. So, like I said, I'm using Fiberlicious Jungle Cruise. All right. That's what that looks like. I got this from Bobby, Pumpkin Creek Primitives, or Pumpkin Creek Prim on Etsy. But do you see there's a big, these are all single threads, but the color changes, okay? All right, so that's what my blue and my green is here. So see, I started on my butterfly and I came down, and you see the changes, like I'm blue, and then I'm green, and then I'm blue, and then I'm wherever I start, blue, green, blue. Okay, it makes a huge difference because I was watching TV and I wasn't thinking, and I did a loop start just because I was in La La Land watching TV and started stitching. And let me show you where that is. Right here in the middle. I don't know if that will, if you can see, you see how it's like blue with a muddy green through it? I hope that's coming up. Right in the middle. Yeah, that's because I loop started that. I did do individual X's, but they are loop started. So it does make a difference. You don't get just that, you don't see the variegation as well. I thought it was a really cool way to show. And I left it because it's right in the middle of the dress, and this, I'm not going for perfection here, and I already stitched it, and what's done was done, but I thought it was a cool way to show that it really makes a difference. And I learned that from the ladies at my LNS, who, like I said, wealth of knowledge there. Really, if you have people like that you can go to and talk to about these things, they're just gems, and take advantage of it if you can. I mean, they're great. Wonderful. So I thought that was a fun way to talk a little bit about these fun variegated threads and how much of a difference it really can make to your final project. So speaking of which, I have another project that's got some thread issues going on. I started my first memorabilia, Miss New Year's Fairy. Okay. Rocio of Cocohamas Stitchery has stitched this as well. as well. And I have been speaking to her about this because recently on one of her floss tubes where she was showing her lady layer, she showed her finished, and on an additional floss tube, she showed her finish, and it's gorgeous. I did get advice from her about fabric. She did not go with kit fabric, and she recommended, she chose similar fabric to the kit fabric, but it's got silver in it. And so she said she got it on 1-2-3 Stitch, so I went and got it from 1-2-3 Stitch. Happy with that decision. Okay, so here we are. I miss New Year's Fairy, and that is, you can really see that silver in this fabric. I'm gonna hold up the kit fabric just so you guys can see the difference. So just gives it that little extra bling. Yeah, so you see Miss New Year's Fairy hair. So the called for threads for memorabilia, for this memorabilia, are over dyes, and I don't think that's what they always are. I think that's not always the norm. So you can really see it on her hair. But what I want to talk about is her skin. Okay, so the color for her skin is this. It's really pretty. It's called Bella Rosa. Here it is. But do you see? There's like a big difference in that, right? Okay. So when I first started stitching it, I stitched it just like I stitched Floral Fairy, right? So like 1X at a time, not loop started. I had my 2 threads together. And when this chickie's face was done, she looked like Neapolitan ice cream without the chocolate stripe. Like it was a strawberry stripe and a vanilla stripe. It looked terrible. So I frogged it. And then I went back and stitched it as I have it now. And this is stitched using the loop start, and I can't remember. I don't think I did individual X's. I'm pretty sure I did a leg and a leg just because I wanted to kind of even everything out. So just another example of how your technique and the decisions you make, you know, they affect your final project. I'm a little bit, I haven't gone any further on this one though, because when I went back and looked at Rocio's again, she did the skin over one, and now I'm like, should I do the skin over one? Because it looks really good. Or maybe I should just roll with it. You know, I've already got it like this, and you know, I should just maybe stay the course. I don't think this looks bad. It just doesn't look to me probably as good as the other looks. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do you think I should do? Frog that and do it over one? Give me your opinion. I need some feedback. Anyway, fun project. Looking forward to getting going back on that once I make a decision about the skin. Just throwing everything back here today. All right, another one I worked on this month was my anniversary stitch. It is the Robin Hood Sampler by Park Hopper Bart. You can get this Park Hopper Bart's Gumroad. Gumroad is a cool thing. You can find it on Gumroad, or if you have Instagram, you can look up Park Hopper Bart, and he has that in his profile. But I will link his Gumroad in my description box. And Gumroad's a cool thing. It's kind of like pay what you want, pay what you can. You know, you don't have to pay anything. You can do it for free, but you know, they work really hard on these. So I you know, unless I just couldn't, I wouldn't. You know, you can pay what you like. And this is great. This is great. So I did a little bit of work on this one on my anniversary stitch day. Here we go. I finished this tree and started the one that's underneath it and did this little bunch of flowers here. And I did a little bit more of the border. But guys, what I love about this, and you just can't really tell from, maybe you can tell, I don't think you can tell. Yeah, these colors just glow. Like they just, they're the greens, and there's a gold in here. And this color, they glow. So if you're interested in doing this at all, I highly recommend. This is DMC, called for DMC on the called for fabric, which is like a nougat gray. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Thank you, Bart. All right. Another thing I worked on this month. I was watching Janet Jabber, and she was talking about doing a Mill Hill Mondays, and I loved that idea. It was definitely the motivation I needed to get started on some of the Mill Hills that I have in my drawer, languishing in my drawer, because my LNS Stitchers Inc. is a Mill Hill distributor, and they have a million of them, and they're so easy to buy when you're standing at the register. You know, they're easy to buy because they're so pretty and portable and fun. And anyway, yeah. So I started my first Mill Hill Monday this past Monday. This is the one I started. Autumn Harvest. Isn't that cute? You can turn it into, I'm going to turn it into a magnet. I'm just going to put some backing on it and use the magnet that they sent with it and put it on my fridge. But, so got a little bit done. Got those mushrooms done. Fawn from Sanctum Stitching, she says she has this one. She wants to start this one too, and I think you should. And people do not underestimate these Mill Hills. I mean, they can be little beasts. The first one that I did was, you know, this size, full coverage. I mean, it took a hot minute. So this one's moving along faster, of course, but isn't it cute? I love it. And this is on perforated paper. I mean, you're welcome to stitch it on fabric if you like, but perforated paper, I like it. It's good. Clicking right along. Well, pretty much the only other thing that I worked on the past 3 weeks has been my Happy Haunts. Happy Haunts by Good Morning Maui. So I stitch on this normally for Dark 13. That's spooky stitching that you do on the 13th of the month. It was started by Emily C. of Eclectic Possessions and someone else that I just can't remember the other name. But so I usually stitch on this for Dark 13, and then I stitch on this when I'm doing my Enchanted Stitching challenges. Every month they have a watch party, and so I use this for my Disney piece to stitch on during the watch party. They had the Flash party, watch party challenge thing, so I actually got some extra stitching on it this month, so I got to watch the live version. Our movie this month is Lady and the Tramp, so I watched the live version and got extra point stitching on this one, and stitched on it for Dark 13, and I also stitched on it. No, I haven't stitched on it, but I will when I watch the animated version of Lady and the Tramp before the end of the month. So, I'll show you. Oh, I got probably from, yeah, this section done. And, oh, the tree over this dude's head. So, or I might have had the tree done last time because I got this section done. I had this tree done last time because I talked to you all about how I got off a stitch, like I'm a stitch short ear to ear. So I had to put an extra row in here on this tree to take up the extra space. I don't know. I think it turned out okay doing that. I think it was a decent solution. Aren't they cute? Love it. Get the full effect going here. I can't wait one day to have this one framed and put this up at Halloween. Fun, fun, fun. I love this ride. I can't wait till I go back to Disney and ride that ride again. All right. So that's what I've been working on the last 3 weeks. It's a good bit of stuff. A good bit of stuff. Yeah. So I want to talk about some haul. I want to talk about some Happy Mail. I got my first Happy Mail. Super excited about that. And I want to go over some plans. And I want to talk about a little project I worked on last weekend. Did it last Friday night? Yeah. So I was watching Steel City Stitchers, and they were talking about organizing their fabric. And Erica mentioned that in other areas, other crafty areas with fabric, what they do is they wrap it around like a board or a piece of cardboard or anyway. And so Erin did a video on how to organize your fabric by wrapping it around boards, and you use like comic book boards, which are kind of like oh, here it is. It's like not as thick as like cardboard and thicker than cardstock. I don't know, but this is what it is. This is what size it is. And what you do is you just put your fabric in half and you will wrap it around and you use these T-pins and pin it together, and you can put a little label on it like I did, and then you just file them in a box like by colors. And I did post a picture of mine. I think I put it on my Instagram story, which that means it went into my, I saved it on a highlight. I don't think I put it on as a post. I saved it as a highlight. I think I put it in my Stitchy Stuff highlights. I have highlights across the bottom. And yeah, this is great. I can see all of my fabric now that I have available, and by colors. I have them organized by colors, and I found a good box at the Container Store. It's one of the weatherproof boxes. I wanted something cute, you know, you could just put them in, but then I was thinking, oh, what if I had a leak in my roof or something? Like the area I'm going to put them in is up on a shelf. So I got a weatherproof box, and from the Container Store, and these fit just perfect. And they just file all in there. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. What is it? Best new thing? Like they talk about best new thing? Best new thing. So thank you, Erica and Aaron of the Steel City Stitchers. Great, great, great idea. And that project, it took me kind of a long time. I mean, it took me like 5 or 6 hours, I think. I was just, maybe that's an exaggeration, but I don't think it is. I was watching TV while I was doing it, but I mean, it did take a long time to like, kind of a long time to, you know, fold them and pin them and label them, and anyway. But anyway, not too difficult, not too difficult. All right, I want to talk for a minute about some of these shout outs I got. I mean, these people are amazing and so nice and saying the nicest, they've said the nicest things. So if you haven't, or you haven't seen these people that these FlossTubers that I'm gonna talk about, then you definitely should. Emma XStitching, or Emma X Stitches, she's a newish FlossTuber. You should totally check that out. She's friends with Darcy. She's great. She's over in the UK, and she stitches beautiful, beautiful projects. Bobby over at Pumpkin Creek Prim, she put me under that under 1,000 sub club, which I'm definitely under 1,000 subs, under 1,000 sub club. So thanks, Bobby, for shouting me out. I appreciate it. I watch Bobby every Monday. And Bobby's fabulous. She has a great Etsy store. If you need something, she can get it for you. She has a fabulous selection, and she ships fast. So I'm excited. She shipped something to me today. So looking forward to getting a few more gobble couples from her. So that's great. Another one I watch her every Sunday morning. I know a lot of us do. Michelle, MommaLovesYouGB. She shouted me out on her channel. Thank you, Michelle. She said such nice things. I love her. I mean, her finishes, wow. Her finishes are so great. If you haven't ever watched Michelle, definitely go watch Michelle. Michelle, I believe, is in Wales. Yeah, she's really, really fun. She has a cute dog too. She's not gonna have a new FlossTube this week, I believe, because she's going home and she's gonna get her hair done, and so no new FlossTube from her this week. But she's usually every Sunday morning. That's who I'm watching. The girls over at 3 Trail Stitchers, they're fabulous. They said the nicest things about me. They said I have my act together. Today I don't feel like I have my act together quite as much, ladies, but you know, it is what it is, right? So that's Carrie and Sarah. They're sisters, and their cousin Whitney. They're great. They're great. They're so much fun to watch, and they all work on a variety of projects. And Sarah and Carrie are both school librarians, and they always have a really, really great media corner where they talk about what they're watching or listening to. And I've picked up quite a few things from them, so definitely go check them out. They're the hashtag under 1,000 sub club too, so yeah, definitely go check them out. And another one, Lolly from Lollipop Stitches. Lolly's fabulous. She said nice things about me too, and I mean, I really, really enjoy her floss tubes, and she is very crafty, and I've got an order coming from Lolly too. I've got a project bag and some cups, and I'm really, really excited about that. But Lolly's fun. Lolly has, she actually has 2 Instagram accounts now. She has an Instagram account for just her and her floss tube and her stitching, and then she has another one for her store. So yeah, definitely go check her out. I'm going to link her in the description box below too. I was thinking about under 1,000 sub club, and a few that I watch that would fall under that category. So Sammie Liz, she's great. Love me some Sammie Liz. Sam's great. She has a great dog named Peaches. Peaches snores during her floss tubes. She has super fun projects. I've talked to her a lot on Instagram. I really enjoy talking to her. We have a good time. So definitely go check out Sammie Liz. Mary Ashcraft, who also says nice things about me. I'm not sure if she's under 1,000 or not. I didn't think to look. You should go check Mary Ashcraft out though if you haven't. She just finished a really cute Barbara Anna patriotic piece of an eagle. Super cute. I love that one. Who else is under 1,000 that I watch? I just started watching a new FlossTuber last night or the night before. I can't remember her real name. Her channel is Trixie Tricycle. Oh, she's good. I love her already. So I'll put her in the description box too. She talks about all of her projects, and she just started stitching. I want to say like pandemic, you know, stitching like maybe last fall she was talking about. So she's jumped right in and has a bunch of projects, and she's interesting to listen to. So I really like her. Let me think. Who else? Athena, the stitching goddess, Athena, who's friends with works with Black Needle Society, and does also fabulous t-shirts, which I have one coming for our Frogwarts retreat. She's under 1,000 sub club. Go check her out. I'm going to link her. And next time I do a floss tube, I'm going to do a much better job of checking out who I need to be talking about on here that needs some more subscribers. Oh, I think I'm missing somebody I really wanted to talk about. I hate that when I do that. Okay, stay tuned for that. I'll do a better job on that next time. Note to self. So let me start talking a little bit about my Happy Mail. I've never gotten Happy Mail, Stitchy Happy Mail. I mean, I've gotten Stitchy Happy Mail that I've paid for, but I haven't gotten Stitchy Happy Mail from like a friend. So this is what I got. Got a little package in the mail from Sammie Liz. So sweet. I'm excited about it. She finished this pattern, Tomb Sweet Tomb, by, I think it's Fairy Wool in the Wood. Isn't that cute? So she said, stitch it and pass it on, and I will. Isn't it cute? I can't wait to stitch it. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know what fabric I'm going to put it on yet. I'll figure it out. And then I wasn't expecting this little Country Cottage Needleworks Christmas cookies. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, I'll be stitching that, passing that on too, but I am going to use the button. She sent me the button. Yes, girl. I like it. I love some Christmas. And sent me a cool little thing to keep my chapstick in. That's nice. I'll be able to see that in my purse because that is bright for sure. Some little happy stickers, which, I mean, I love these. I love Alice, Dumbo, Disney, yay. So thank you. That just made my day. My husband was like, what? Somebody just sent you some stuff. I was like, isn't it nice? People are so nice. So thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. That really brightened my day. It was a great thing. Great thing to get. Super fun. Super fun. I would like to talk about this. I probably should have done a separate unboxing video for this. This box is so good. It's called a treasure trove, and it's from Forbidden Fiber Co. And Leanne and her team put this together. And I have watched the Mandalorian series. I've watched all the Star Wars movies. I'm not super well versed in all things that are Star Wars, but I do very much enjoy it. So I was super excited to get this box. I'm going to show you guys what was in there. Had a little spoiler card. It kind of went over everything. Nice. Look how it came. Oh, isn't Grogu so sweet? Love it. Had so much fun stuff in here. So much fun stuff. Can't wait to put this on my water bottle. Grogu for president. Yes, please. So cute. And then she gave a little holder for your antibacterial, your hand sanitizer. This is the way. And the antibac, green milk. Green milk. I haven't tried green milk yet because I haven't been able to go back to Hollywood Studios because pandemic. But when I get to go, I'm trying the green milk. Or I'll either try the green milk or I'll try the blue milk because she sent blue milk chapstick. Isn't that cool? Oh, that's not really. Blue milk. I don't know. Have y'all tried the milk over there at Galaxy's Edge at Star Wars at the Hollywood Studios down in Florida or in California? Green milk, blue milk, what you like better? I don't know. We'll probably get one of each and share it and decide from there. Let's see, what else do we get? Oh, we also got a needle minder. Like the Jedi symbol needle minder. Isn't that pretty? And it's got, isn't that back? I like the needle minders that have the backs on them like that. That's very cool. What's in here? Oh, yeah. Scissor fob. With the, it looks like planets and a frog because Grogu likes him some frogs, y'all. He really does. So that's fun. Speaking of which, snack time. It's Grogu and some gummy frogs. All right. That was all like the fun goody stuff. The pattern. Yay. I love it. This is the way. It's going to be so fun to stitch. And I am going to start this with Sam of Sammie Liz. She had a brilliant idea, and we are going to be starting this on May the 4th because May the 4th be with you. Yes, May the 4th. We're starting this, the Mandalorian. This is the way. Probably should do a hashtag or something, Sam. Would anybody else be interested in stitching this with us? If you have the box and you want to stitch it with us, hey, let us know, okay? You can find us on Instagram. All right, so great chart. Fabric, let's see, what did I get? I got a 32 count. It's nice. Just kind of a, yeah, modeled 32 count. Neutral. Nice. Okay. What puts these over the top are the floss, y'all. Look at these. Look at these. Okay. This is where I need one of those things. This one's garnet. This one's Boba Fett. Yeah. Mahogany. Julep. Winnie, stop. What Winnie's doing back there. Oh, did Winnie say hi? Winnie, did you say hi today? Oh my goodness. Winnie, say hi. Hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. She's like, whatever. Busy. Okay. And, oh, this one. I love this one. The child. Look at the child. Oh, that's just like, it's not showing. It has more variegation in there than it's showing. Let's see. Smoke screen. Tatooine. I like that color too. Beskar. This is the way. Ah! Look at this one. It's beautiful. It's so good, Leanne. It's so good. Yes, so good. I really like this one too. It's brown, but it's Wookiee. Look at it. It's beautiful. I mean, like, you probably don't, everybody thinks that brown thread's not used flashy, but it's so pretty. Look. And obsidian. Oh, I'm so excited to start this. So May the 4th, we'll be starting that. You would like to join Sam and I? Join us. Really looking forward to it. Speaking of Forbidden Fiber Co., I have another box coming from them. Fight Like a Girl. It's a cross stitch. It's a kit. So kit's different than the treasure trove or the boxes. Like, I think it's probably just a kit with, not just, but the kit with you know, fabric and floss and a pattern and then maybe a little goodie. but I'm excited to see what that's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I've been happy with both of my other things with this Mandalorian box and the Gilmore Girl kit that I got. So I thought, why not? But of course, Leanne drops the bombshell this weekend, and Forbidden Fiber Co. has a Bridgerton box coming out. So I did watch most of Bridgerton. I enjoyed it. My daughter and my husband really liked it, but I actually have read the books by Julia Quinn because I do really love historical romances. And I was talking to another FlossTuber to watch, cataloging my stitches. She's great. She reads historical romances too. I was talking to her this weekend, and she's under 1,000 sub club, and we were both like, I really wish I had all my old Julia Quinns, because, you know, if you have read and collect historical romances at all, you go through these purging periods, and like I've sold like lots of, I mean, literal a lot on eBay of a box just of historical romances. One time I sent a whole box to Ireland, I remember specifically, because it was a huge box, like an Avon box full of books. And I really wish I'd kept, I didn't keep any of my Julia Quinns, so, but they're good. So I'm excited. The Bridgerton box is coming out. I'm really looking forward to getting that. All right, let's talk about some haul and a little bit more haul and some plans, okay? So I ordered from Shakespeare's Peddler. Shakespeare's Peddler is also Kitten Stitcher on FlossTube, and is Teresa Vignier. She has a great store. Highly recommend. I've had my eye on this one for a while. I really like this one. I think I like the shape of this one in particular. So that was a fun spring to get. What I was really excited about were some silks that I ordered. And I don't really know a good way. And if you do know a good way, please let me know. I don't know a really good way to know how much silk I really need for a project. Like if someone gives you a stitch count, and I'm going to use this for example. I have this pattern by M. Kissa Creations, Things I Know for Certain, okay? It is a Practical Magic, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is a Practical Magic chart, and you've got your stitch count on here, right? But like this stitch count helps you get how much fabric you need. But with the amount of negative space, because like this is all a bunch of words, it's really, this is more stitches than are really on here. But when you're ordering, say like a hand-dyed, like silk or something that you want to make sure you get the same dye lot because you want everything to match, kind of puts you in a bind. So I don't know. I did some calculations, and I am not good at math, and hopefully I bought enough. But let me just tell you, I'm going to do this one, which isn't this great. This is the one that says, always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. If you've seen that, if you remember this from the movie at all. And I'm going to do this one. I don't have my fabric picked out yet, but the color I'm going to use is a Gloriana silk, and it's Thistle. And isn't that so pretty? It's like, it's purple, but it also has, sorry, Winnie, stop. Winnie's a Shih Tzu, and Shih Tzus like to think they're digging like into the couch and they're going somewhere, I don't know. But this, isn't that pretty? It's called Thistle. Yeah, I have more than two, but we'll see. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. And then I ordered for another pattern. I'm gonna be stitching, I'm gonna use this antique black on this Havana for Witch Paladida. And I noticed that this says 4 mil and this is plain Gloriana, and I don't know the difference. Does anyone know the difference? I mean, I could probably research and find some difference, but if you just know the difference, if you'll just tell me in the comments, that would be super helpful, because I'm just being nosy. I'm looking at both of them. I don't see a huge difference. Maybe a little bit. Maybe this is a little shinier or something. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's exciting. So when I get to feeling that itch to start some spooky stitching, some Halloween-y stuff, I'm going to be using my beautiful silks I got from Shakespeare's Peddler. She has a great store. She has a lot of stuff. Some stuff that you can't always find, she has too. So I recommend checking it out. She also has a section of her store that I've ordered from before that it's called, I think it's called Cats is the section on her store. And I'll link her in the description box below. But it's sort of like maybe some older things or discontinued or whatever. But she puts them on there and they're not super expensive or anything. But they go to charity, like a cat charity. So that's fun. I've ordered some stuff from there before. Let me talk about some frogworts. Okay, so last time I was talking about I had ordered from a place called Stitchlets, and I had ordered some floss that I needed for frogworts and some fabric, and it was Pictureless Plus fabric, and I was afraid I wasn't going to get it because on their invoice it said like 16 to 18 weeks, and I was a little bit like, oh my gosh, am I going to get that? Like, they said it was in stock. Oh, y'all, it was in stock. So, yay, Stitchlets. Highly recommend. I got my fabric for my Frogworts Year 1. It's Vellum by Pictureless Plus. And I got the remaining floss that I needed for Frogworts Year 1. And there are some pretty stuff in here. I hear this, and I know this stuff is getting hard to find, some of these colors, because Cecilia's is where I got my Frogworts Year 2 fabric and floss from. And they were out of some things, and they were having to send it to me when it comes in. And one of these I saw on the chart, on the something, Instagram. No, maybe it was our Frogworts group on Facebook. This one is apparently kind of hard to find. Black Raspberry Jam. It is a really, really pretty color. But I thought I'd put it up here just in case someone was looking for it. And they were talking about some DMC conversions or some other over dyes that you could use for it. That's what it looks like, just in case. If that's helpful to anyone. Yeah. So, I've got my fabric for both Frogworts. I've got my floss. Almost all of my floss for both Frogworts. So I'm good to go. So I think I'm going to start Frogworts Year 1 with Fawn from Sanctum Stitching. Sanctum Stitching. That's another one under 1,000 sub club. Go watch Sanctum Stitching. Fawn and Marianne. They're amazing. Fawn. Did I talk about them last time? Fawn is the younger of the two. And they say when they start their floss tube, it's like where vintage meets modern, and it's fun. It's fun, and I like it. Marianne's from Memphis, so they don't live in Memphis now, but she grew up in Memphis, so they're really fun to watch. Go watch Sanctum Stitching. So Fawn, we need to pick a date. Start Frogworts Year 1. Anybody else want to start Frogworts Year 1? I wasn't going to start Frogworts Year 1 until after the retreat for Year 2 this summer, but it looks like plans may change. Another purchase of mine from Etsy. I have liked some of the soda stitch designs, and I haven't stitched one or done any of them. I've been kind of waiting for the right one to come along, and I just found it the other day. Isn't this cute? Elf tree. I love it. And I think this pattern is a perfect candidate for doing some skin conversions. So I'm gonna have to look into that. They're so cute. These fairies are so cute. I love it. Soda stitch. Yeah. And that could be hashtag Stitch Asia as well. So that one's going to be fun. I had a couple of things. I had a couple of bags come in that I ordered from CricklewoodCrossing. Y'all know I love CricklewoodCrossing, and then whenever they put up a bag post on Instagram, I have to go check it out. And if it's something to do with Disney, chances are it's going in my basket. Look at this one. Oh, I love it. These bubbles are great. They're made so nice. Home. They're made so nice. I love it every time I get a bag from them. And this one, this is Alice. I've been needing an Alice bag. And I've been needing an Alice bag because I have Alice kitted by AuryTM. I love that one. And now I need 2 Alice bags because Owl Forest Embroidery is going to have an Alice in Wonderland stitch along. Another stitch along that I ordered the floss from. I'm not starting it until the floss gets here because Owl Forest has amazing floss, but this bag might be for that stitch along. Let's see. And then I went to my, oh, sorry, 2 more things from Cricklewood. I love their needle minders. They're so nice. They have these little frames around them, and they're like this glass bubble part right here. Really cute Wizard of Oz one. And then I just thought this was a pretty butterfly. Of course, you're getting all that ring light action in there, but yeah, I like it. Then I went to my L&S the other day because they take good care of me, and they're always knowing I need stuff, and they're always knowing that I'm trying to get all of these ink circles, these rabbits, because that's a thing in our family. We always say rabbit the first day of the month. That's the first thing you say when you wake up in the morning. You have good luck for the month. But so I've got April now, May, June, all the finishing stuff from Lady Dot has been ordered to go with these. So the call for fabric for every one of these is Picture This Plus Shell. I probably don't have a very good chance of finding that and getting my hands on it, but I'm gonna try. Okay, and then while I was at my L&S, I saw this. Oh, I love it. There are so many good charts in here. There's one in particular that I want to do. Summer Jubilee. See that? I know the glare is bad. That's just a... I have to look at it little baby tiny, I guess. You see that? Oh, I love that. It's so good. And while I was there, I got some fabric. Because the fabric that is called for, I don't think we can get that anymore, because this stuff I think came out in like 2004 is the copyright on it, and the fabric is 18th century Blackbird linen from R&R Reproductions, and they said I couldn't get that anymore. So it was a very gray color, the ladies told me up at Stitchers Inc. Because Billy remembered it, but this is what I got instead to stitch it on. I think it's really, really pretty. It's called Twilight Blue, and it's a bluish gray. I don't really like I don't love the stiffness of it, but the color's gonna be nice. I like that color. So I need to get that kitted up because that's beautiful. There are some really good ones in this chart, in this book though. You can just see them on the back. This fish. Yeah, they're great. They're great. So I'm super excited I got this book. Very, very nice. Plans. All right, so I'm going to go over some plans. It's about the end of the month, and this weekend, starting tomorrow, we're coming on the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch event that was started by Jen Lee and her mother. What they do is they spend 24 hours. They spend a long weekend cross stitching. They plan out their entertainment. They plan out their food, and they just get a lot of stitching done. So I have participated in the past. I am going to try to participate this weekend. We do have some like kind of household projects going on around here with like a fire pit, but I'm going to see how much stitching I can get done. Right now, I'm planning on watching Marvel movies. I'm just in the mood. So last night I started with Captain America, the First Avenger, and I've already watched that one, and Captain Marvel, which, hey, props to Disney Plus, because I put it in there the first, and I have what order you're supposed to watch the Marvel movies on my phone, and Disney Plus already has them all like timeline, because I want to watch it timeline. I don't want to watch them as they came out. I want to watch timeline. So I was thinking, oh, I'm just gonna have to refer back to my phone to my list, but no, they've got them all on a playlist, so that's fabulous. So I've already watched the first 2, and I do plan on watching those over the weekend while I'm stitching. What I'm going to be stitching on is Unicorn Tapestry, because I am way behind on my WIPGO for that one. So I'm going to do Unicorn Tapestry, and I'm going to work on Dark Queen of the Seas, the part that I need to get done by the end of the month. Those are my 2 focuses for the weekend. Unfortunately, I won't be probably doing Mary 25 stitching on Sunday, because I really need to buckle down on those 2. But I'm looking forward to it. I don't have any special food or anything like that planned, but I'm just going to spend some time with those 2. So I'll do that over this weekend, and then probably Sense and Sensibility will be up on deck next to finish up that stitch along, and I'm just going to be doing my normal thing. But May's coming, and I'm going to do the Mandalorian box start with Sam on May the 4th. And then with Mary Ashcraft, we're going to be doing a Owl Forest Mania, hashtag Owl Forest Mania. And my idea is to start a new Owl Forest every week. So right now I have 2 in my possession. I have the Bayou Cat and Hedgehog Meadow. I have several on order, and they're not really moving that much, so I'm hoping that I get them in time. And you know, if I don't get the others in time, then I'll just flip-flop. So I'll do Bayou Cat and then Hedgehog Meadow and Bayou Cat and then Hedgehog Meadow if I have to, if the other 2 don't come in, which, you know, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna keep up on my regular stuff. If I have an anniversary thing coming up, like on the 26th, I'll be stitching on Autumn Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery, because that's hashtag Holiday Hangover Sal from Kristen at Steel City Stitchers and NBC Stitcher. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep up with my regular schedule. Maybe something new will pop in there. I still really want to start that Mrs. Hen by Stitchy Princess, and I have all my stuff I need, so we'll see, probably that too. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully I'll be back in about 2 weeks. That's my game plan. I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch, and I love your comments. Please, if you have comments, if you have any thoughts about, you know, like I was talking about the face on the New Year's Fairy, you know, what are you going to be working on? Does anybody want to start any of these things we're starting with my FlossTube friends and I? Then yeah, come on and join us. You guys y'all have a really good next couple of weeks. If you're doing 24 hours of cross stitch this weekend, have fun. I'm planning to have fun and enjoy myself. So everybody have a good 2 weeks and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.